Alright guys, I've had a bunch of these already sent out to me for reviews, and today we're doing the review for the CarPuride, the W903 Android Auto Apple CarPlay device, and a lot of them are the same, but I'm going to tell you about the key differences that you want to look out for when you're selecting the best kind of device. You want to make sure the layout is nice, simple, and you can navigate through the screens efficiently and effortlessly. The second part is you want to make sure it has an integrated dash cam and also that it has a reverse camera, but make sure that these reverse cameras also record onto the memory card, because some of them are just live reverse cameras and they do not record and save any data if there was to be a potential accident. The next thing you want is to make sure the cameras are of decent quality. Now, this isn't a dedicated dash cam and it's not going to give you the best qualities. Hell, these days even the dash cameras aren't the best quality. So somewhere in the middle is what you're looking for in order to have acceptable footage during accidents or anything else that might happen. And last but not least, make sure you get the design that fits your needs. For example, you don't want a dash cam that's too big and it's going to block up your visibility when driving. Also, make sure that the ones you're getting have the mounts you want. Some of them offer dash mounts and window mounts, while others just offer dash mounts. So make sure that the placement and the size of your Apple CarPlay device is appropriate for your vehicle and your dashboard. The last thing that I want to sum up, and that's a critical part in picking the right device, is the smoothness navigating between screens and how fast the touch screen is as far as responsiveness, sliding your fingers through it and going through the menus. You don't want to be waiting on things to load and things to adjust. If there's a delay in the screen and the system, it's a big no for me. On today's video, we got the CarPuride Apple CarPlay Android Auto device. We're going to be unboxing it, putting it through the test and comparing it to the previous devices that we have tested on this channel. And watch the whole thing. There is a special offer towards the end of the video. Don't want to miss that special offer. It will get you the chance to pick one of these up. As you can see, this is one of their newer devices, and you got a pop-up dash cam that you can adjust the height. Not only the height you can adjust, but also the range of motion on where you want it to point and what you want it to record. So that's a pretty neat feature, especially if you're mounting it on the dashboard and it's too low to see over the hood. Popping this up will definitely increase visibility. Overall, pretty slim design, lightweight and compact. The power button is found in the top left corner of the device right over here. And on the left hand side of the device, you have a few features: a Type-C device, the rear view camera, the memory card, and you also have a 3.5mm connector here for your headset unit. The device does come with an internal memory card, 64 GB memory card. And I know I need some lotion on my beautiful dry winter hands. The opposite end is completely clear, and that's about it. Very simplistic in nature, very minimalistic, and that's a plus. Let's see what else is in the packaging. You actually do receive a window mount, so I'm a big fan of the window mounts. Again, the previous ones we've tested just came with a dash mount. So this one, as you can see, you have both a dash mount with some 3M, sticky tape, and then the suction cup for the window. The power supply unit does feature a USB-C plug-in, and it's actually a 90, but it's a different type of 90 I haven't seen before. And the power goes into the cigarette outlet, and yes, that's exactly what I was looking for. It has a separate USB charger here, which is nice. That way this doesn't take up the whole charging slot, and you can still charge your phone with this device. And then right over here we do have that backup camera with that input device here, plug and play. And if you guys are not aware, this red wire is a reverse cam wire that if you wire that into your reverse light, once you put it into reverse, it will automatically project the backup camera while you're parking your vehicle. And right over here, we also have the 3.5 millimeter input to your car's aux. And again, this one actually is creative. It has a 90 from the device as well. So it's nice. It can keep a nice, sleek design. As you can see, if you plug that in, it's not sticking out. It's staying hidden behind the screen, which makes this very appealing, and you're not faced with wires hanging all over the place. And then last but not least, we also have another mount here that we can drill into the dashboard and use the suction cup to suction onto this mount. And you are going to be getting some thorough instructions, colored step by step, on how to operate the device. All right, so as far as the options here, this is your home button. You also have a screen sensitivity light display option. You can go lighter or dimmer, or you can select auto, which will accommodate for what time of the day it is. And you also have the volume tab here. Same thing, you can adjust your volume, you can mute it so it's not too loud. And the last button right over here is the camera. So once you jump in the camera button, you got that red dot indicating that it is recording. You can lock a video so it is protected and it won't get deleted. You can also take a screenshot of whatever you want to take that's in the video, and you also have an option to turn on the mic with the video or turn off the mic with the video. And as you can see here, it's recording in 2.5K with a 264 codec. And the codecs, and again, there's a 264 and a 265. Here you can go home. And you got your Apple CarPlay and AirPlay, which will mirror your screen. And you also got Android Auto and Android Cast, which will mirror your screen. You also have Wi-Fi video, will allow you to connect your phone so you can pull up the videos on your phone when you're in that crunch and you want that video and you want to send it out to somebody else. As far as audio output, you got 2 speakers in here that will play music. You can Bluetooth the audio into your device if it has Bluetooth. You can transmit it via a radio station, FM radio station. The key to this is find the station that has the least amount of static. And last but not least, you can use the aux cable with the provided cables for the aux as well. Going back home, playback is going to play back all your recordings. You got your video, photo, and all the locked photos that we previously mentioned before. So let's go back on video, and you have a list. So let's go play the recent one. And you can see it playing the video. And the locked video that I locked is right over here as well. There you can see. So going back into the system, let's go into settings. Settings, you can select a couple settings. You got general, camera, and system. As far as general settings, you got your screensaver when the screen you want to turn off. We can do it within 1 minute. You can also select split screen mode, which we will go into before. You can use the full screen, or you can use the split screen, which was going to just give you more data on one screen. The brightness, you can again select auto, or you can adjust the limit of how much you want it to dim and not dim. So that's cool. I like the fact that it gives you a minimum of how much you want it to dim. And you can also clear any connections that you have, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and Cast, if you're giving it to somebody or you got a new phone and you want to clear that data. So as far as the camera connections, you can also do 1080 and 2.5K. So let's do 2.5K. Split time, how long do you want it to loop record for? I'm gonna record it for 5 minutes. The microphone, again, we want it to be turned on or off. And then reverse calibration lines. Once we get the camera on, you're gonna be able to see, and you can actually adjust those lines select how you want it to park, so that way it's accurate for your vehicle. And then going back into the system, you have the options for different languages. You can turn on or off the sound, voice control. You can have certain commands built in for it to work. It's like a Siri. Date and time. Storage info tells you how much space you have left. You can format all the data off of your drive so there's no more data. Factory reset. And it'll tell you your firmware version in case you need to update it in the future. So let's go back. Pretty simple. I like the subfolders here, that it's all pretty much well organized. So now what we're gonna do is talk a little bit about these right over here, these icons. On this screen over here on the top, you can see that the camera is recording. That's why it's red. The memory card is inserted. This is the connect hotspot. You can connect the hotspot here, and then the Bluetooth is activated. All right, at this point we're going to be connecting to Apple CarPlay. So what you want to hit, if you're an Apple user, we're going to hit CarPlay, and we're going to confirm to switch to CarPlay. Now at this point I have to open up my Bluetooth, and we're going to connect to CARPURIDE BT right over there, and you can see that it's listed right over here, so it recognizes it. Once you connect the first time, you will no longer have to connect every time you're using the same device. We're going to allow that right over here, and shortly after we should see it coming back on. There you go. So we are fully integrated now at this point. All right, once you are in your main screen, you are greeted with pretty much the standard Apple CarPlay apps. You got multiple screens here. You got your maps, what's playing, and Google Maps. There's going to be Google Maps and Apple Maps. You can call people. You can voice text message. It can read text messages for you. The camera is really cool, and you can connect it up, down, or you can even turn it. You can turn it all the way around. So let's go on the loop. That's us right over there. So that's cool. Having it adjustable definitely helps the screen, but it's still not that great, not that big of a difference. If you got it mounted on the dash, you really would want it somewhere up here. So not really that practical, but it does offer you some flexibility. Camera's pretty good. So you can change the screens. That's the back camera. The maps did have a little bit of a delay to it. It wasn't as smooth as I would like it, and you can't do the typical pinch and zoom in or out. You actually have to click this tab in order to zoom out or zoom in. So I thought that was pretty annoying, and I wish it retained the pinch in feature. As far as going into the settings in Apple CarPlay, you have a few options here. Primarily the ones that we're going to just go over and touch bases with: changing the wallpaper for the default screen on your tablet here. You can change your screens and kind of customize it to whatever color you desire. Alright, and right now I'm going to show you and go over the split screen menu. The cool thing is with this menu, most tablets will have to reboot, and this one just completely is working right after you click split screen. As you can see, the cameras are shown in the display, and you can switch between the front camera, the rear camera. You can go through the menu, and pretty much you can have all your options here as maps, music, and camera. Overall, I give this product an 8.3 out of 10. I think it's a good overall product. It's got the right size, and the dashboards are pretty dang good. The simplicity between going through the screens is easy compared to some of the other screens. I do still wish that somehow, if you do mount it on the dashboard, you can still get the camera out and about the front hood of the vehicle. As you guys can see, even raising it or lowering it barely makes a difference as far as visibility. One option they can do is actually have a remote front dash cam that you can actually mount on top of the window, and it'll display on here. That way you can still mount it on the dashboard and get that optimal view for the front dash camera. But overall, this mimics the Android or Apple phone the most, with the icons, with going through the menus. It's pretty well organized inside as far as the systems. So not a bad purchase price at $260 for the full kit with the reverse camera. If you guys are interested in this product, I'll have a link in the description below, and comment down below #BullyKid in the comments. You will be entered to win one of these yourself. Yes, CARPURIDE and I teamed up here, and we are going to be raffling off one of these devices fully loaded for one of you lucky winners. So again, #BullyKid in the comments, and good luck to everyone. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.
I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you. Come along and see it's true.